everyone, Cherish here. I gotta do a quick video, so hopefully I can get through this within enough time. So basically, I'm gonna do a Q&A. I asked some people on Twitter and Instagram to ask me some questions. I got mostly Twitter, so I'm gonna go through them right now. Hopefully, I don't have to do a two-part video. So let's just see how many I can get through. Okay, so the first one. And these people asked me not to give them shout outs just yet, only because they may want to ask me more to help me with my next couple videos. So the first one says, how old are you? I'm 29. I'll be 30 in November. How often do you go to Disneyland? Once or twice a week. What would your future look like if you didn't give it up all those years ago? So basically it's like close to 9 years ago. I don't know if anybody watched some of my past videos. I explained a little bit where I am, why I'm living here. So yeah, I did give up a future. I can see some of these videos are going to take a little bit long because some of these questions. So basically, if I was where I wanted to be when I graduated Job Corps, I would have been going to Treasure Island for 2 years, and then I was supposed to go to Disneyland College. It's a 4-year college, and then you can either, after 2 years of being there, you can either decide to go right into Disneyland or wait till after you graduate and go into Disneyland. My end goal was supposed to be Club 33. That's where I wanted to work. So that was supposed to be my future. Yeah, I gave it up, but I don't regret it anymore, so it's okay. How many siblings do you have? It's a funny question. Biologically, I have 3. Currently I only have 2. One passed away. That'll be a whole nother video. So I only have 1. Technically 2 because I have a half brother. He's 7 years older than me, but yeah, technically I have 2. But I do have some adopted siblings. Well, I have a married in the family one. And a soon to be married into the family another one, but an adopted 2 sisters. I have adopted 2 other sisters. Both don't live around me in California anymore. My sister, she's not even a baby. She's 3 years younger than me. She lives in Sacramento, so she lives a bit away. But she's married, so I have a married-in brother. Do you have a boyfriend or a husband? I have a boyfriend. We just had 1 year. I'm hoping he'll be my husband, but currently he is my boyfriend, happily. Do you want kids, and how many? I actually do want kids. I would love to have kids. I would want 2 at least. Unless it was 2 boys, then really I would not, because my goal would be a boy and a girl. If I can get a boy and a girl, I really, really do want a boy and a girl. So I really want 2, but if they both turn out to be boys or they both turn out to be girls, I would try a 3rd time, and if still it came out the same, then I'd be done and have 3. What would you name your first son and or daughter? I do already have the names of my children picked out that I really want, though I don't know how my boyfriend would feel if we did become husband and wife and actually wanted kids together. I don't know. He does have a daughter from a previous marriage, but I don't know what he would want. I personally do want children. I don't know how he feels. But my first son, I want his name to be Enzo. Not Lorenzo, but Enzo. So that's just me. It's a personal thing I have. If I did have a second son, his name would have to be Malachi. Or actually Zachariah, depending. But I really, really would want it. Enzo and my girl, I have so many toss-ups on what I would choose my girl's name to be. So I'm not even going to decide now. I do want a daughter to be named Odette, though, because I love the name Odette. But like I said, I don't know how he would feel. How old were you when you had your first kiss? Surprisingly, I was 9. I had a little puppy dog crush when I was in the 4th grade. When I first moved from Paris to Marina Valley, I was starting in an elementary school. I started 4th grade, and actually, this boy, he didn't like me in the beginning. And then he turned around and did wind up liking me, and we kind of were dating. Not that we knew really what it was, and then it just fizzled out when we separated to middle school. It sort of just like fizzled out. So it didn't last very long, but that was my first kiss. I was 9 years old. But yeah. If you could be known for doing something famous, what would it be? Oh, I don't know if I would want to be known for doing anything famous. I don't have any famous talents. Anything that I think qualifies as a famous talent. I love cooking, but that's about it. I don't think that is a famous quality. Do you still have grandparents and or great-grandparents? I actually have one grandparent and one adopted grandparent. My mom adopted a sister, and that sister, who's my aunt, has a mother. So I technically have 2 grandparents, but no. My father's mother and father have passed away, and my grandfather passed away a couple years ago. That will be in the vlog that I talk about my sibling. So that's an upcoming vlog, and I'll discuss that. But no, I only have one grandparent. But technically 2. And no, I don't have any great grandparents. How many aunts, that's funny, how many aunts and uncles do you have, and how many are adopted, and how many are blood? Whew, that question could take a while, though, because I do have a lot of adopted. Biologically, I have one uncle. No aunts, blood to my mom, but my uncle did marry, and even though they separated, she's still my aunt. So technically, I say biologically, I have one aunt and biologically one uncle, but she's more married in, even though they're divorced. My mom never divorced her, so she's still part of our family. Adopted, I have a lot of aunts adopted, and only a few uncles now that are adopted, but a lot more aunts that are adopted. God, I think I'm at like 5 or 6 adopted aunts. Mainly that I see, though, like CC, I would probably only say about 3, at least. I mean, I might be missing, but like 3 at least. Okay, so this was going to be possibly a second video because it's a second person. That first person asked me all those 11 questions. I'm just going to power through it. What was your first movie ever seen, and how old were you? Actually, my very first movie I saw in a drive-through, and that was when Lion King came. We actually came out. We went to a drive-through theater out in Riverside, and my very first video or movie that I saw was actually Lion King. Lion King, Dalmatians, and my favorite Martian. But yeah, so Lion King technically was 3 movies, but I always say Lion King was my very first movie that I saw, and it wasn't really in a movie theater. It was in a drive-through theater because my dad was big on the drive-through theaters. I haven't been to one in probably 3 years now, almost 4. But yeah. How old were you when you first went to Disney? How old was I when I first went to Disney? 6 months old. But I did apparently go to Disneyland a lot in my mom's womb, so 6 months old. When was your longest? I gotta say youngest. When was your longest relationship and how old were you? Actually, it was 29. Currently, the relationship I'm in right now with my boyfriend is the longest I've been in a relationship in my whole entire life. Like I said, we're at 1 year. Most of their boyfriends like fizzled out. So, yeah, technically, right now is my longest relationship. 1 year. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I don't know. I like California only because of Disneyland. So if living in Anaheim right near Disneyland counts, then that's where I want to live. How many animals do you have? Oh, this one's like a big question. Okay, how many animals do you have currently? Well, we just added one. But I have now 3 cats, 2 dogs, a chinchilla, and a bunny. So we have 7 pets. At what age were you when you had the most animals, and how many were there? I was 14, and we had probably somewhere close to 9 pets, I believe, because we had 3 dogs, 4 cats. Yeah, 3 dogs, 4 cats, a bird, I think. I think that's what it was. It was like 8 animals, maybe 9. I'm probably missing an animal somewhere in there, but yeah. So I was 14 and we had 9. We were like a little zoo, though now we're kind of like a little zoo again. And the next part of this says also what kind of animals were they and are there now? Well, I did say how many I had now. And I kind of said how many I had then too. Yeah, so moving on. Have you ever been pregnant or lost a child? Yes and no. I guess is my best answer. Kind of like yes, I guess. I don't know if I want to even answer that. Because it's kind of something my own mom doesn't even know. No, I'm not gonna really answer that question. Do you still talk to any of your friends from elementary school, middle school, high school, or Job Corps? Elementary school, no. I don't talk to anybody. Or middle school, no. Well, actually, middle school is a lie. She's on my Facebook. I do talk to her. So yeah, there's one from middle school that I do still talk to. High school, yes and no, only because we don't really talk anymore. Job Corps, yes, I do still have a couple friends that I do still talk to from there. You vlogged about having to deal with mental health issues. So what are your mental health issues and how long have you had them? Yes, I do have mental health issues. I have, basically I'm gonna probably answer this in a weird, weird way. I had mental health issues since I was 13. I suffered from depression when I was 13. That's when it started. So since I was 13, I've had mental health issues of depression, massive depression. So being that I'm 29, it's like, I don't know, it feels like it's been forever that I've had depression, but only since I was 13. You can do the math. I don't feel like it at this hour. I started suffering from anxiety 6 years ago. 6 or 7 years ago, actually. So probably depression since I was 13 and anxiety. Did any of your mental health issues put you in a mental hospital? And if so, how did you overcome it? This question I ask for those who may be going through things themselves. That's a bit of a harder question to answer only because when I was in Job Corps, um, and a lot of my Job Corps friends don't even know that this happened or just didn't notice. Um, I was probably in Job Corps close to a year, and I had a breakdown. I was dealing with um, a boyfriend who I had for about a week that decided to dump me because I refused to have sex with him. I was dealing with, it was the weekend I couldn't go home because I went on medical leave, and the health person decided to switch it and say that I was actually on personal leave, which I wasn't. I was on medical leave until I got a signature that I could come back. And so it was like a lot of things all at once. I'm a massive person who does cutting. I don't even know if you can see that one very well. It kind of shows up. This one's probably the worst. That was after it though, but I have one on my thigh. It's about this big. I like the black. But yeah, it's about this big. On my upper thigh. You really don't see it anymore. But yeah, I was a cutter. That was my way of dealing with my depression, was cutting. It wasn't for attention. It was just my way of dealing with the situations. When I got really angry or really upset, I would just cut myself. It was like a release. So in my release, I went into the closet because you could go into the closet and then like lock the closet, and you could lock it on the inside. And I took the key with me, and I wasn't stupid. And the roommate came back, and she started pounding on the door. I told her to go away and leave me alone. Well, I was a cutter who cut with glass, so I had glass, and I had gone into my room, into the bedroom, and into the closet, and yeah, I cut my leg with the glass. Because I knew if I cut my arms, they were gonna see it, so I just cut my leg. And I stayed in the closet, and the roommate had gone and got the RA, and she was freaking out because I went into the bedroom and locked myself in my closet, and she was like, I don't understand what's going on. She had a key, so she opened the closet, and when she opened it, I was sitting on the ground. And I was like, what? I'm fine. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm allowed to have my personal time. The RA was gonna like leave, and then I guess she saw like blood on my arm or something, and she like freaked. And then she went and dialed 911, and she said, a girl cut herself, blah, blah, blah. And then the ambulance was called, and a stretcher came up, and the EMT came in and was like, where did you cut yourself? And I was like, I didn't. And then he saw like there was like something or blood or whatever on my arm, and he was like, oh, is that a wound? And I was like, no, it's not a wound. But then it was like splooging through my pants. So then they rolled up my pant leg, and I saw that I cut myself, and then the other EMT came in, and they grabbed me into my arms, and they put me on the stretcher, and they laid me flat. And then yeah, I went to a psych ward, and I was supposed to only be there one full day, so I would have been released Sunday because it was like Saturday. So technically I was supposed to be released Sunday before 4. But no, they chose to release me Monday night instead. Well, afternoon, late evening, because they didn't have a doctor on site on Sundays, so I had to wait another day. Oh, yeah, whatever. They thought I was like trying to kill myself or whatever. Just like when they stayed there, technically it felt like 3 days. But I think it was only a total of 2. But yeah. Anyways. Oh, I didn't technically answer how did I cope or overcome it. I just learned that basically if you have depression, if you cut, if you have anything that is a mental problem that you deal with, anxiety, anything like that, panic attacks, you name it, anything like that, basically, if you can't deal with it, on your own or in yourself, get help. Basically, that's the best thing I can say. Not that going to the psych ward did anything, because I still cut. It's hard to deal with. I give people props if you can deal with it on your own. But yeah, just find someone to talk to. Don't go through it alone. Because it's hard to go through alone. Unless you're the type of person who wants to deal with it alone. By all means, deal with it alone. I am a person who doesn't want to deal with it alone. It's hard to deal with and go through it alone. But I'm working on it. Sometimes I do have to deal with my own, because I feel like sometimes I'm not allowed to cry and stuff like that and be emotional, just because I feel like I have to put on this exterior of I'm okay, I'm good, I'm doing wonderful. When inside, I want to sit down and cry and just bawl. You can't do that. You have to just work through it and, bottle it in. Sometimes there is a point where bottling it up is too much. You just have to find a way to move past it. Okay. How much do you go camping and where do you go? I laugh and find this question funny because tomorrow I go camping. We weren't going very much. Last year was the first year that we actually started going camping again. I haven't been since my dad got sick. Last year we went camping. June, we actually had a bad, weird, creepy schedule. So we did oh my gosh, I think we went camping each month from June till through September. 3 trips. We were just back to back to back. Oh my gosh. It was a lot last year. This year we're only going for 5 days. We leave Sunday the 30th and we come back Friday the 5th. So we're camping through 4th of July. But otherwise, we don't go camping as much. We go camping at Lake Paris. We used to go camping in KOAs. And we just found that camping in Lake Paris is really nice. So we camp in Lake Paris with the coyotes and the squirrels and the raccoons. I may do a vlog later on about camping crazy situations that I've dealt with. I am going to try and vlog some of the camping trip that we're taking for 5 days. And I'll see what I get. Some of it may be poor quality because I'm going to try and either vlog on my phone or on the camcorder. So we're going to see what happens and what I actually hit record on. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes. So this ends my Q&A. I am going to do another Q&A later on. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, you can ask them down below. Like and share this video. Also subscribe. Become a member of the Winchester family. That is what I am calling my vlog family. Even if it's a vlog family of 1, I don't honestly care. So anyways,